Hello, I'm Sheila Pichot, the News Explainer, and I'm here to welcome you to my inaugural episode where I'll answer the question, what's an executive order? On January 20th, 2021, Joseph R. Biden became the 46th President of the United States of America. Right away, he signed dozens of executive orders, dramatically shifting American government policy on topics ranging from the coronavirus response, climate change, and immigration. But wait, what's an executive order? How can the president change policy so drastically without Congress? Here's how it works. The U.S. government is made up of three branches: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. The legislative branch, or Congress, makes the laws and sets the budget to do the work of the government. The executive branch, which the president leads, puts those laws into action. The judicial branch judges whether people and companies are following the laws and whether the laws are constitutional. For the moment, let's just focus on the first two, the legislative and executive branches. There are two main ways to get things done in Washington, D.C. One is to pass a law through the legislative branch, and one is for the president to sign executive orders. Passing a law through Congress is the best way, but it's usually time-consuming and difficult, so it's not unusual for presidents to try to move faster through executive order. For example, in 1972, Congress decided it was important to have clean water to drink, so they passed a law saying that and set aside some money for the job of making sure our water was clean. Then, the job passed to the executive branch to determine exactly what would count as clean water, to send people out and make sure companies were not polluting our water, and to set up a way to punish companies that violated the law. So, the president has a significant amount of power to set policy within the framework of laws that already exist. It's not unusual for presidents to use executive orders to try to get things done fast, especially right at the beginning of their terms, or when they want to do something controversial that might be hard to pass through Congress. President Biden signed executive orders to quickly reverse some policies that President Trump had left behind. And many of the executive orders are undoing policies that President Trump enacted through executive order in the first place. For example, President Biden used an executive order to end the ban on people coming into the United States from majority Muslim countries. Other things he did through executive order were requiring masks and social distancing on federal property to fight the coronavirus, rejoining the World Health Organization and the Paris Treaty to fight climate change. Now, executive orders aren't all powerful. Congress might not agree with all the things presidents try to do through executive orders, in which case Congress can pass a law overturning the executive order. The judicial branch can also register their disapproval in the courts by saying some executive orders aren't constitutional or don't follow the law. And a future president can overturn today's executive orders just as easily as they're made in the first place. But here's the bottom line. The president has the power to decide exactly how to enact the laws that Congress passes through executive orders. It's faster and easier than trying to pass laws in Congress, so it's an especially useful tool for presidents who are trying to get things done right away when they get elected, or presidents trying to get things done Congress might not agree to. President Biden promised to do a lot of things on day one of his administration, and executive orders are the only way to do things in just one day or 1 week. Thank you for listening today. I hope you've enjoyed this explainer on executive orders and that you'll join me next time on the News Explainer.